Footprints on the trailhead sign, coffee steam in the morning shine. Camera rolling as the pines rise tall. Zip that pack, we're chasing it all. Rock dust on my old red pack, laughing as we lose the track. You're riding shotgun through it all, right here on Woodall Trails. Like and subscribe to Woodall Trails. Hit that bell so you don't miss the tales. From a mountaintop view to the late night flames, we're chasing that wild by calling your name. So like and subscribe to Woodall Trails.
Family, friends, fellowship, hammock hangs will give you all three and some. Watch along on this adventure as I took my family on a road trip to the largest hammock fellowship in the United States. We journeyed far, found new friends, and fellowshipped with old while learning new ways to camp along the way. So sit back, pop your corn, hit the like, and subscribe so you ride shotgun to all of our adventures. See y'all out there.
Good afternoon, adventurers. So we finally got out here to Hangcon. Yes, we made it, guys. We didn't bust, but guys, we finally got it set up here. I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you all what our setup looks like. Then we're going to go find some friends. What do you say? Okay, guys, you can see my setup there in the Yobo and the Hammock Gear Circadian Pro right there. And then you see the wife over there. She is using one of my buddy's Yobos, Mr. Mike. And she is rocking the hanging high tarp and set up there. So, yeah, guys, we have made it to Hangcon. Let's go find some friends. What's going on, adventurers? So, we found our first friends here. We got Aaron, our brother from Kentucky. We got our sister from Kentucky, his wife, Missy, too. We got a new friend here, Aaron introduced me to. It is, I'm going to call him Mr. Ambassador. Just because I just met him, and it's going to take me a minute to remember names. Swilly, there we go. He is an ambassador for a mock. He's going to show me his mock, and might get to lay in it too, so we'll see what it looks like.
You wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't say anything. Now I'm obligated. Now I'm obligated to say something.
Now you're bite-sized piecing it, huh?
Yes.
Weird.
Well, why not? You got a little pan and a little stove.
Biggest piece of mouth. Big piece of meat in your mouth.
So this is the Unlock for More. This is the XL version, so it comes in two lengths. There's the LW, which is standard length, and the XL version for people 6 foot and above. It's a little longer, it's a little wider. It's a lay flat hammock, and as you can see, it lies in the exact perpendicular as a normal gathered in hammock would lay. It is a true lay flat hammock. You can lay on your back, you can lay on your side, you can lay on your stomach. I'm a tosser and a turner, so I'll start on my back, and then I'll roll to my left side, and then I'll roll to my left side, or my right side, and just super comfortable, once you get the hang of it, super easy to get in and out. I can show you how to do that, and then I'll let you have a turn at it.
Once good, let's do it.
And then it comes with an integrated bug net. This is the Gen 2, and then over there's Gen 5 version. So the only difference is how the bug net connects, really. But it's all a similar design. Integrated pads on the inside, and you can inflate it to your comfort level. If you like it soft, if you like it hard, it's your choice on that one. But to get in, the way I always tell people, you want to make sure your hips are in the center of this hammock. There's some pockets. You want to align your hip to those pockets. You just grab one side, grab another side, get your big legs over. And I've learned to just kind of step in and lay back. And it has some pretty neat features. You can pull on these straps. Head elevation there. So it kind of puts it into chair mode. You can do the same thing at the feet. Lift up your legs and pull that up. And then bend your knees. And you're in chair mode. And I found that's kind of an easier way to get in and out. Just kind of step that way and out the top. Put the feet in, just push yourself back to feel yourself balanced. Go back a little bit more. Wow. And you can actually lower this out so you can actually go and do the same on the other side. It's at the top right.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
And you'll feel that low, and then once you get right in the certain spot, you're going to feel your balance. So right now you might feel like you're kind of laying down that way. If you scoot your hips back a little bit more to here, you're not going to tip backwards, but you're going to feel that sweet spot all of a sudden where you're like laying flat.
Oh yeah. I'll see you in a few hours.
Lay the bug nut, zips right up, and it adds a few extra degrees of warmth in there, and away you go.
I've always wondered about these. It's definitely a different style of lay flat.
And then just bend your knees, and then I grab onto the ridge line just to give myself some support, and then just step out. Just stand up and step out.
Excellent. I just want to let you know that following dinner tonight, we do have a special podcast. Phoenix and Stump Ape will be doing a live Hammock Hangers podcast.
What is going on, guys? So we are in the infamous dinner line. It is chilly tonight, so everybody's going to be gassy, and it's going to be Fart City in Hangcon. But guys, we're going to get off here, go through this line, get some dinner, and catch y'all later.
That one's probably the crispiest of it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so
I haven't connected that to
mine's definitely not that.
Let's get it on!
Pork shell bacon. We found out today.
Adventurers, day 2, Hangcon. It's a chilly one last night, this morning, guys. 30s, I think. But slept great. The girls probably didn't. I heard them fussing all night. So next year we'll have another hammock for both of them, so that way they're not fighting. But anyways, guys, we'll go down here and get some coffee, and then wake them up, get some breakfast. Already went and took a shower, so let's go get some coffee. We got our coffee, and they're already lined up, guys. I'll show you.
There you go. You're welcome. Good morning. Thank you, sir. Ouch. I see maple. I see all 3 of those plates. Yeah, I'll do that.
digging that fat tip of oatmeal.
Thank you. There you go. Rule for everyone.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. What is this? I don't know. Well, what he like? I'm like, that's This is honey.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get my plate. Biscuits and gravy looks pretty dang yummy this morning. So, let's see if the girls want breakfast too. What's going on, adventurers? We have finally gotten back, guys. We're gonna head back down. So this year, something new at Hangcon they've done is you still get your tickets like you do every year, your raffle tickets, but they've done a little something extra this year to where you have a list here with all of the vendors on it, and you go around and you get them checked off, and you get to meet the vendors, you get to see what they're all about. It's just something a little extra, something a little special. You get it all filled out. Of course, you get a reward. I don't know what it is, but probably a trip to Europe Hangcon, who knows. Hopefully I can get it done. Probably won't, but we're going to head back down here in a few minutes. We got Mr. Rob Pelton down here, my buddy. He's getting ready to go on the stage and do a spiel. He's a Leave No Trace fanatic, so if you want to know what Leave No Trace is, look him up and you'll find out real quick. But I'm going to get off here, guys. We're going to go down there and catch him out, and then we'll catch out a few more vendors before the end of the day.
Enjoy the rest of Hangcon. I appreciate you. Love you. Have a great day.
What's going on, guys? So we're down here with Mr. Dutch, one of the originals himself, the OG. He has done a lot of innovations throughout the years for hammocking, and we're going to turn it around here and we're going to let him talk about it.
Hello, buddy. I'm Dutch. And well, if you look here,
So I give you to the webpage.
we've been making hammocks since 2015. We've actually been making hammock gear for longer than that, but we first started with our bling and our suspensions. But through the years, we have always tried to innovate as much as we can, always improving, trying to move the community forward with better gear. You can see, we started with a netless hammock, and then we made the chameleon, and we made a banyan bridge. We made the half width and the half zip, and then we started quilting hammocks. And I'll show you some of them later. Man, that really saves a lot of weight, and well, we had to develop special materials in order to do that. One of the areas that I really think carries our innovation is our bonded tarps. So rather than sew a tarp across the ridgeline, we're going to bond them, and that makes it so you don't have 1,000 tiny holes where you don't want 1,000 tiny holes. And we also print all of our gear. So historically, I started just as a DIYer making gear, and I was in really good with a group of people in hammock forums that we didn't have all this commercial stuff, and if you wanted to make something, you had to figure out how to make it, and we were bouncing back and forth. Man, some of the people in there were legends now, but finally I graduated because I went and I made the Dutch clip, and someone really said, you've got to start producing this more commercially, and I did, and we did it for charity, and we raised money for Meals on Wheels. Even then, instead of raising money for Meals on Wheels, what we did was we bought the meals. They usually have to pay for a little bit for that, so we would just get a receipt instead of a bill for $25, $35 a week. So we did that for a good half a year or so, and we always kept a little bit of money aside so that we could develop a new product. And really, that's always been my philosophy from the very beginning, is that all the capital that I would earn, I kept my full-time job so I didn't have to, but it always went back into the system so that I could do the R&D, because believe me, all this takes constant R&D too. There's a lot of mistakes before you get a winner. So we're now doing Loco Libre. Here, I'll show you some of the stuff with that. You know, one of the proudest things is that I've been able to purchase companies as I've been going along, and I like to be really fussy about it. Loco Libre, we are now the Loco Libre brand, and well, we've developed this one. This is a new sweet pepper, and it really comes in, I call it like the Joe six-pack quilt, because we don't give all the options that we normally do, but because we make this standard and we make them in bulk, and we make everything right here in the USA, but because we make in bulk, we're really able to get the price down to a little bit more than $200. I think it's for the 40 degree, it's $199. And that's really good for a really good quality quilt that's 850 filled down, and really proud of that. We started a new brand this year, and that is our freeze-dried foods, and Dutch's Trail Magic is what we're calling that. With that, we're not doing the meals yet. What we're doing is individual ingredients. So you can get freeze-dried cheese, so you can add that to your tacos, and you can make tacos because you got freeze-dried ground beef. And it's more to either make your meals, like a Knorr meal, a little bit better, macaroni and cheese, make that a little bit better, or you can make your own meal because you have dietary restrictions, which that actually is very common, that they would need to have less salt, which those meals are so big on salt. But it's actually really enjoyable to do this. The vegetables, we get them when they're the cheapest, and they're going to be the most flavorful, so right when they're in season, and we get them and cut them. The apples are literally whole apple slices that we just do. We put a little bit of cinnamon on them, and we really keep the quality up on that. And since it's freeze-dried, it's going to keep for 25 years, so it doesn't matter that it is 6 months old, and wintertime is the exact same product as what it was in the spring. So, my stand's over here, and you can see everybody's really busy. but what they're busy with is our bling. So I highlighted some of that right here. So the bling that I'm using these days to hang tarps is stingers. So we have this little mock-up here, so you can try a stinger where you put it in there. So we have a machine shop. We are making this stuff right in-house. This is titanium, which not only is it light, extremely strong, but also it's never going to corrode. This will last longer than I am. And down here is ringworms. This is how we do our tie-outs. So we have a bug theme here. You can see this is a stinger. We have a wasp. We have flies, and our philosophy is that if it holds your tarp up, it is going to be a flying stingy thing like a wasp or a stinger or a fly, and if it holds your tarp down, it's going to be a parasitic wormy thing. So this is the ringworm, and the only thing about it is it has this ring on it here, but that's just because something that you can grab. So in order to put this is a loop of shock cord, so you have a tarp tensioner built right in. This hooks onto here, so you can separate this if you want, and you pull that tight, and you put that under there, and it's locked. If you want to undo it, I mean, you simply just pull that down, and it's undone.
So what's the point with the shock cord?
So this is going to be a tarp tensioner, meaning it's going to pull really hard. So if your tarp starts to sag a little bit because it stretches just a little bit, it's going to take that up, and you're going to keep it nice and taut. But there's another benefit to it. Let's say somebody trips over your tie out or something. It is a shock absorber, and it might not tear your tarp. So, and we also use it as a hooking point. One of the advantages of that is you can actually see that over here. We've set up our tarp, but we pulled it back, and we can put both shock cords under one. So there's actually two layers right here, and we're using it so we can display our hammock. But we are really. This is the way I would set up so that I can set up my hammock, and when I'm camping.
Okay, so you can fold your one side over, and you got it completely open.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I drop them on the other side, and if you come over here, you'll see. That it's already laying here, and if I unhook that, I can just hook these on, and I'm good to go. So a rainstorm comes in, we put it down here. And
fast, easy, efficient.
Yep.
That's what I'm about when I'm on trail. So you make something called the Anaconda as well, don't you?
Yes. So this, first off, this is really beautiful printed chameleon. I know one of the things we do is you're really able to customize your hammock with this. Every one is built just particularly for you. And you can swap these panels out. So in the chameleon, if you wanted all bug net, you can take this off. If you wanted to go netless, you can just zip this right off. Or you can add the winter top cover. This one has quilted and printed. This sidecar is actually an insert that we put into here. And if I was to remove that, I would just put this in here, and this zipper will go onto this zipper track. And that's how we're able to add different pockets. There's people that put so many layers, they almost don't need a bug net because they've made it all pockets. But let me show you the Anaconda. So if I remove the spreader bar poles, this is first, it's going to have a sleeve on it. Now, what I like to do is keep my sleeping bag or my quilt right in here. As a matter of fact, I have an inflatable pillow. I deflate my pillow. And this is a sleeve. And that's going to contain it. This suspension comes right through, and this becomes a compression bag. So this becomes one piece that you have to pack for your hammock. Everything is going to be separate. It's going to be separate from your suspension. So if your straps are wet, it's not going to get this wet. You can see I can do it so that it never hits the ground.
That's key right there. Nobody wants a wet down.
Yeah, or briars to go and get on your gear.
Yep, it's a great way to tear it up.
This is made out of Dyneema, so this is going to keep it waterproof. One of the things we do with this is we make it oval, and that way it fits down in your pack a little bit better. Because we are hikers using this gear. We have to. We know because we've been there. And then this cap goes over everything, and it winds up being a compression bag that's going to make it just a little bit smaller. We also even have a little pocket in here that you can put your tree straps in this pocket, and it does keep it separated because this is Dyneema, so if they are a little bit damp, it's not going to get into your setup. But what's really sweet about it is when you want to go and deploy.
Basically like a tarp, when you got snakeskin for your tarp. Fast, easy, efficient. There's the clip that made you famous. A little bit different than the original though, isn't it?
Actually, this is the beetle buckles, and we just revised them, so I'm going to show that to you. But when you do this, then that's all you have to do to set up. And man, that's way different. That's with the quilt already attached and your top quilt in there, you're good to go. One here, the beetle buckles. So up here is the original product that I made, and this is the Dutch clip, and it makes it so you can easily go around a tree. It's made out of titanium, and that's my first product. Looks a lot different than what it does now, but it hooks around the tree and hooks the
replaces the D-ring.
Yeah. So this is the beetle buckle, and this is meant to be a suspension piece that I can easily disconnect. Again, this is made out of titanium, so it's going to be super strong and it's never going to corrode. If I want to make this hammock higher, I just pull this and it easily slides there. But what's really neat is if I want to make it smaller, all I have to do, and this is with it loaded. A lot of suspensions you can't do anything with it loaded. And it's that easy to move. But yet when you lay on it, it actually binds it up so that it's not going to move. A couple more things on this is we put a hole on here, and that is so that you can take two hammocks and you can put a spreader bar in between them. And now two hammocks can be side by side under one tarp, which is going to save you a lot of weight. I did a lot of hiking with my daughter, particularly, she's been doing it since she was 2. And I didn't want her to be 20 yards away. It felt much better. I slept better knowing that she was going to be right beside me. I can check on her. If she needed me, she could just shout up for me. So.
That's awesome. I backpack with my daughter a lot.
And, through the years, we've certainly grown, but we always kept everything made right here. We're always using our own gear. We hire a lot of other backpackers that are making the gear, so it's really hikers making gear for hikers. And we're very much in the community. I've been going to every Hangcon since the 3rd one, and well, coming back here is like old friends. So, all right, thank you, everybody.
Anybody got any questions while we're doing this? Please, ask one. You have one? In the suspensions? Well, there's but a lot of us know when you first started out, I wouldn't want to get into hammocks today because there's too many choices. Like I say, it used to be the whoopee sling, toggle, marlin spike to me blew my mind because it's like, I really feel like I'm doing something here. And I stick with it because it's just, I have an emotional connection with it. I think it's beautiful. Somebody had given me my toggles. They were little 7-Eleven straws. And those aluminum stuff. Anybody else got a question? Don't forget to milk the berry, which sounds dirty. Right. When you get a whoopee sling, and it has that berry where the cord goes through the cord, the am steel, a lot of people fail to kind of take the fingers and milk it. They could have just said rubbed it out. That's bad too.
That's bad too. He didn't think about
I'm
that.
just going to go stand in the corner for a second. Can't believe Shook said rubbed it out on the stage. Hammock has a lot of dirty connotation. But, you know, rubbing that thing down so you're tightening that little berry, that little constrictor. So, you know, and I've had people go, I don't like both these things, I can't get them to work. I've never been able to not make mine work. But, you know, the great thing is, we have those choices to each your own. We can all do our own thing. Here's one they said, "Oh, Shook, what are your favorite accessories that improve the comfort and functionality of your hammock setup?" I like years ago, when I was excited and young, like you folks are now, I'm just kind of burned out and dead inside with my hammock. But I had made a ridgeline organizer that I use to this day. I switch from hammock to hammock, and it looks like it's smiling. It has a big smile on it, and I throw everything in there. You know, in fact, with my war bonnet stuff, I went with the Eldorado because it didn't have the shelf because I felt the need to fill it. And I didn't know what to fill it with. You ever bought a house too big and you got to fill that thing? And you go to a smaller home? Because then it's all right there. That's how I felt in that moment. So my bug net, my ridgeline organizer, is one of my comforts. And recently in the last 10 years, I've used this thing. It's called a Space Band table. It's a little table, German design, that, what are they, aluminum and titanium? Are you still the distributor of them? Yeah, it's Tommy and his friends who invented it had sent it to me as a gift. And it's just a table you stick in the ground next to you. You can hang things off of it.
You make your coffee off the ground.
It comes in a little canvas bag, and it has all the German engineering, so the 3 pieces that you put together that come up and hold the table, they come to the bottom of the bag if you want. It has a grommet. Actually has a flap over the grommet when it's not in use, you know, so it's like, it's a wonderful thing. The only problem with that table is if you use it once, you want it every time, because it just brings a little couth. So when I'm having my breakfast in the hammock and have my Medaglia d'Oro, I can put it right there instead of going in.
Yes, sir.
It's just beautiful. It feels like it brings a little touch of class to me. And that was the only thing I can think of that maybe in the past few years that has brought a little nicety after going through all your losing weight of stuff and bringing stuff back. You know, you go through this constant evolution of doing that. I want that luxury of that table. You probably all remember when you came from tents and you got into hammocks, and then somewhere you get concerned that maybe that hammock system is going to be a little heavier. And yeah, I'm talking to you, Adam. A little heavier than your tent setup. And it may, but it depends on the season. In summer, you have to carry less stuff. You can have a little less insulation. You might be able to kind of equal it out. As winter goes on in Minnesota, the hammock is definitely a little heavier. But are you ready to switch? Maybe bringing an extra pound or so, but having that comfort that we know. I said, I'm an old man. I was an old man 15 years ago, and I go, no, I want comfort. I've gone through my ultralight thing back in the day, eating spirulina tablets, sleeping under minimal tarps, not using enough insulation, sit-ups in the middle of the night, no candy bars, sad, staring at everybody's food, but feeling kind of proud of myself. And I go, no, I want some comfort. I want that coffee from the hammock. Yes, sir. You know, I really don't count. It's like when people always ask me, what's the weight of your pack and stuff. I go, I don't know and I don't care. I went through all that weighing. And it's not like I'm going to go lift it up out in my nut hut and go, it's like 37 ounces too heavy. I'm not going on this trip. Can't possibly tug that. I just don't care. I think it's just like your hammock system. I have been in that thing where you're in 12 years and you kind of have your group, you know, the stuff you like. Because I do YouTube, I have to kind of keep an open mind to new things here and there, not to be totally shut down. But no, I don't. I just tell people I don't weigh it. I kind of know what it's going to be for a season. So, and I don't count my nights. I go when I want to. And I tell you, Rob, he left already. He's another YouTuber. It's not about him, so, it's about me. So he's like, I'm not going to go.
Yes. So you want to go
I dropped in my milk to berry things. I'm walking, baby.
right here. So you still have.
Sometimes it's a good and bad. It's a blessing and curse of being a YouTuber. Because if I don't go camping, then I get the, hey, Shug, just checking in and see everything's okay. When are you going to go camping again so I can vicariously live through your pain and agony?
Now that we've had a little bit of entertainment, if you still have a bingo page from our vendor, Raffle set up, it is not too late to buy tickets. The ticket booth is still open. You can still purchase some raffle tickets if you want that last one. You're going to last call on any raffle tickets that you might want to purchase back at the ticket price. Now's your opportunity.
I don't mind.
I was looking at that pack.
30 around the room.
That's standard.
I am.
Okay.
Is due to their community support. Alright, so we have, because we live in a digital world, if you win something on this table, we thoroughly encourage you, hop on their Facebook page, hop on their Instagram, go on their webpage, write them a positive review, thanking them for supporting their community that you are a part of. Again, this would not be at all possible without their support. And they love the likes, they like the follows, and they love the positive reviews. So, again, if you win something, take a picture of yourself using it and talk about the gear so they can get some love back. So we appreciate that. All numbers. If you win, I need you to make some noise and let us know that you are the winner. Not, yay, no, we want to see some big old woo! Alright, so we're going to do tier 1 first. Anyone and everyone can come up here and win tier 1 prizes as many times as your number is called. And please, if your number is called, let's be zippy about this. We don't need this ending up in a hostage situation. Alright, so we're going to go through all of tier 1. We're going to go through all of tier 2. Tier 2, you can win as many times as your tickets are chosen. We're going to get through all of tier 2. And then we get to the infamous tier 3. Tier 3 are from the magical, mystical lands of Hangcon, where only the best and brightest fruits are picked.
Oh, I'm out.
In tier 3, we really want to have the community, the love that our vendors have contributed to Hangcon. We really would like those gifts spread out to the most of the community as possible. So in order for us to do that, you may only win one time in tier 3. Once you are in tier 3, you win one, you submit all your tickets to us.